Hello, this is Larry Poncho Brown. I'm here to talk to you about the Hall & Fine Arts Show DC and some of the exciting things we have in place for you. By now you receive your exhibitor package and you have probably not opened it yet, but I want you to be driven to open it because they're doing some landmark historical things with the show this year. This is the first time that Hall & Fine Arts Show has embarked on the goal of trying to bring the artists up front and advertise them as they would the show. And that's a very exciting thing. And I can say this is the first time that anything like that's happened since I've been doing art last 40 years, where the show actually started to promote the artists that are within the show. So you got to wake up and participate. When you go in that toolbox, you're going to see a lot of stuff there. But I want you to focus on one thing in particular. There's an exhibitor toolkit there. And by now you've gotten an email that gives you a link to that toolkit. But before you enter those folders, there's one rule of engagement. Do not drag anything out of those folders. Do not drag anything out of those folders, because when you drag them out, you take information out of the system. You can highlight and copy. You can select and copy and paste it to your drive. Do not, I repeat, do not drag anything from those folders. Inside the Exhibitor Toolkit, you'll find a folder that says headshots. You may find your picture in there, pull it out, put it on your page. You may see a couple of folders that says artist work. There's one for the South African artist. There's one for the U.S. artist. There's one for the urban artists. Find your particular folder, pick your pictures. There should be a picture of you. There should be about 4 or 5 pictures of your work in those folders. Share, 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 move them around. This folder has never been done before. This whole opportunity has never been done before. And I think that if we work together, we can make this a success. Don't jump in your van and pull up and read the packet like I used to do. You'll be lost. There's a whole lot of spinning wheels going on right now to try to secure you having a successful show in DC. I want DC to blow up big. I want DC to become one of the biggest shows they can have. Artists need to get involved with the promotion of their show and to secure their investment. If you're spending $1,200 for a booth, you have already shown your commitment to what you're doing. Now I'm asking you to go another level with your marketing. Some of you don't have email programs. I would advise each of you to get an email service, whether it be through MailChimp, whether it be through Constant Contact, and just send that to your list of friends, okay? I have a good list of people that goes out. That my mailing list program is the most important thing that I do. You can use the tools inside this toolkit to put on those emails that you're going to be sending out to your particular list, for those of you that have a mailing list. If you don't, you should be building one, and maybe you should use this show as the reason why you began to get involved with this whole thing. I want you to look at this as not just a Hall & Fine Arts show, but how you shift the paradigm on how you promote your shows in the near future. This could have dramatic impact on your following. If you're investing in a show and you're sitting at your booth, why shouldn't you be able to reach the people you want to reach, who you've already touched in your following? We all have a following. By now you received your exhibitor packet. It's time for you to crack it open and look for the Hall & Fine Arts Show DC Digital Toolkit. Inside that folder you'll find the Exhibitor Toolkit, which is specific to everything you need to promote this show. We are trying to change the game, and it's up to you to partner with us to change the game. Toolkit. Disregard all the other folders that are there. That toolkit is really there for you specifically. It has everything in there that can help you promote this show. Now let me tell you what I would have done in the past. I would have gotten my exhibitor package and I probably would have read it on the way to the show. Sound like you? Shouldn't be this year. What we are trying to do now is that we want you to get involved in the advertising. Now before, I would go to a show, I wouldn't do any advertising. I would just let the show do their promotion, and whatever happened at the show benefited me, didn't benefit me. But after a while, I started realizing, well, I have an opportunity to really participate in the advertising myself. And really, if I'm going to be investing, and that's what you're doing, you're invested in your booth, you should be willing to do some investing in advertising it as well. I didn't have social networking back in the day when we were doing these shows. Social networking now is the answer. So the Exhibitor Toolkit will definitely help you, because all of the tools you need for your social networking, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, is right inside that folder. Whether it be your particular picture of explaining who you are, or whether it be panels of art that show your work, they're in that folder. You need to get involved. Before, if the show did their advertising, they would have a particular reach. But now, because of social networking, artists have the ability to be able to double that reach. And my challenge to you is to get inside the Exhibitor Toolkit, use the tools that are there for you, and blast that as much as you can. You are just as responsible for the amount of people that come to your booth as the Harlem Fine Art Show is. And so we want everybody to partake. This is a group venture. It's a whole system of things that are in place that sometimes artists aren't aware of, but I'm telling you, it's very detailed. And if we want DC to be a successful show and a model for how future shows are being done, I need you guys to step up. Go to the Exhibitor Toolkit, grab those things, start posting them on your websites, your Instagram. Let me get back up. You got two types of artists. You got some that are technically challenged, some that aren't. If you are technically challenged and you don't understand Dropbox and how to get into the folder, simply go to the Harlem Fine Art Show Facebook page, or the Instagram page, or Twitter, and just retweet or repost and share from Facebook. That's the simplest thing you can do. Find an ad you like, share it to your page or your multiple pages. That's the simplest way to get involved. But if you are remotely technically savvy, then use those tools. We even have another level of tools in there for artists that want to design their own panels. Now, take time, please. The designer who put all this stuff together, hey Jan, spent many hours developing all of this stuff. We're not trying to get 1,000 people doing all their different advertising and trying to confuse the look and the branding of the show. If you look at the pages now, you see how professional they look. It's because Jan took time to design this. So those of you that are going to be creating panels, make sure you stick to the panels that are in there. She has all of the design elements in that folder so you can make your panels look like the rest of the panels if you're on that end of the game. The ones in the middle, look, use, share, get that out there as much as you can. I want to see as many people in the house this year as an example of what is possible using social networking and all of us working together, the show and the artists together, to promote these shows. So I'll see you in DC, and it's time to promote. Peace.